Today we shall be talking about the philosophy of yoga. Yoga is essentially a spiritual discipline based on an extremely subtle science which focuses on bringing harmony between mind and body. It is an art and science of healthy living. Yoga has its roots about 4,000 years before current era. It is described in Vedic philosophy and the Tantra. Patanjali, the great sage, composed this path into a darshan, that is philosophy, in his book by the name of Patanjali Yog Sutra. In this, he formulated Ashtang Yog. In Sanskrit, Asht plus Ang is Ashtang, where Asht means 8 and Ang is limbs. So, it means 8 limb path. Ashtang Yog thus is based on the yoga philosophy of Patanjali. Now let us look at the 8 limbs of Ashtang Yog. The first is Yam, that is principles or moral code. Second is Niyam, that is personal discipline. Third is Asan, that is yogic postures or positions. Fourth is Pranayam, yogic breathing. Fifth is Pratyahar, that is withdrawal of senses. Sixth is Dharan, concentration on the object. Seventh is Dhyan, that is meditation. And eighth is Samadhi, meaning salvation. The first limbs, that is Yam, Niyam, Asan and Pranayam, are considered external cleansing practices, and the latter limbs, that is Pratyahar, Dharan, Dhyan and Samadhi, are regarded as internal cleansing practices. Yoga means the controlling of the mind, and the first 2 steps towards mind control are the perfection of Yam and Niyam. However, it is not always possible to practice the limbs and the sublimbs of Yam and Niyam when the body and the sense organs are weak and haunted by obstacles. Hence, a person must first practice asana daily to make the body strong and healthy. With a strong body and a stabilized sense organs, the mind can be steady and controlled. Now, to perform asana correctly in Ashtang Yoga, one must know about the concept of Tristhana. Tristhana refers to the union of 3 places of attention or action, that is, posture, breath, and focus. These 3 are very important for any yogic practice and cover 3 levels of purification, that is, the body, the nervous system, and the mind. They are always performed in conjunction with each other. Posture, that is asana, breath, that is vinyas, and focus, that is drishti, will be dealt with in detail now. Vinyas. This is the first. Vinyas means breathing and movement. For each movement, there is 1 breath. The purpose of vinyas is internal cleansing. The breathing technique performed with vinyas is called Ujjayi, that is victorious breath, which consists of Purak, that is inhalation, and Rechak, that is exhalation. Both the inhale and the exhale should be steady and even. The length of the inhale should be the same length as that of the exhale. Over time, the length and the intensity of the inhalation and exhalation should increase, such that the increased stretching of the breath initiates increased stretching of the body. Long, even breathing also increases the internal fire and strengthens and purifies the nervous system. Through the use of vinyas, the body becomes healthy, light, and strong. The method for purifying and strengthening the body is called asana. In Ashtang Yoga, asana is grouped into 6 series. The primary series realigning and detoxifying the body and the nervous system. The intermediate series, that is, the Nadi Shodhan, purifies the nervous system by opening and clearing the energy channels. The third, that is the advanced series, has 4 parts to it, A, B, C and D, and is known as the Sthir Bhag. This integrates the strength and grace of the practice, requiring higher levels of flexibility and humility. Each level is to be fully developed before proceeding to the next, and the sequential order of asanas is to be meticulously followed. Each posture is a preparation for the next, developing the strength and balance required to move further. Synchronizing breathing and movement in the asanas heats the blood, cleaning and thinning it so that it may circulate more freely. Improved blood circulation relieves joint pain and removes toxins and disease from the internal organs. Heat generated from the heat of vinyas then carries the impurities out of the body. Drishti is the point on which one focuses when performing the asana. There are 9 drishtis. In the chart, all these 9 drishtis with their English equivalents have been mentioned. The practice of asana, when the mind focuses purely on inhalation, exhalation and drishti, the resulting deep state of concentration paves the way for the practices of dharan and dhyan, that is the 6th and the 7th limbs of Ashtang Yog. Now let us look in detail at the 8 limbs of Ashtang Yog. The first that we talk about is Yam. The Yam, as described in Patanjali's Yog Sutra, are 5. They are also known as the Great Universal Vows or the Sarvabhaum Mahavrat because they are not limited by either class, creed, time, or circumstances. They are the guidelines for how we interact with the outer world, the social disciplines to guide us in our relationships with others. These 5 are Ahimsa, that is non-violence, Satya, that is truthfulness, Asteya, meaning non-stealing, Brahmacharya, meaning celibacy, and Aparigrah, meaning non-covetousness. The next is Niyam. The Niyam are the second constituents of Ashtang Yog. The Niyam are about self-regulation, helping us maintain a positive environment in which to grow. Patanjali names 5 Niyam to be followed: Shauch or purity, Santosh or contentment, Tap or austerity, Swadhyay or self-education, and Ishwar Pranidhan or meditation on the divine. The next step is of the asana, also sometimes known as the yogasana. A yogasana is a posture in harmony with one's inner consciousness. It aims at the attainment of a sustained and comfortable sitting posture to facilitate meditation. They have a range of therapeutic uses too. The regular practice of yogasanas give various physiological benefits, positively affect our mind, our life force energies, as well as our creative intelligence. Asanas harmonize our pranic ability and the mental energy flow by clearing any blockages in the subtle body, leading to mental equilibrium and calmness. After asana, we graduate to pranayam. Pranayam is a compound term, pran and yam, meaning the maintenance of pran, that is life force, in a healthy manner throughout one's life. More than a breath control exercise, pranayam is all about controlling the life force or the pran. The practices of pranayam correct the breathing technique. They help us to manipulate our energies. Pranayam is a technique which re-educates our breathing process. It helps us to release tensions and to develop a relaxed state of mind. It balances our nervous system and encourages creative thinking. In addition, by increasing the amount of oxygen to our brain, it improves mental clarity, alertness, and physical well-being. Now, these are the 4 external cleansing practices. After this, we move to the latter set, that is the internal cleansing practices of Pratyahar, Dharan, Dhyan, and Samadhi. When purification is complete and mind control occurs, the 6 poisons surrounding the spiritual heart, that is, Kam or desire, Krodh or anger, Moh or delusion, Lobh or greed, Matsarya or sloth, and Mad or envy, will all one by one go away completely, revealing the universal self. So let us look at the 4 internal cleansers. First, we have Pratyahar. Pratyahar involves rightly managing the senses and going beyond them instead of simply closing and suppressing them. It involves reining in the senses for increased attention rather than distraction. Pratyahar may be practiced with mantra meditation and visualization techniques. It is essential to practice Pratyahar for achieving the 3 meditative stages, that is, Dharan, Dhyan, and Samadhi. Dharan. The last 3 limbs of Ashtang Yog are the essential stages of meditation. Dharan involves developing and extending our powers of concentration. This consists of various ways of directing and controlling our attention and mind-fixing skills such as concentrating on the chakra or turning inwards. After Dharan is Dhyan. Dhyan is the state of meditation when the mind attains the ability to sustain its attention without getting distracted. Strictly speaking, unlike the other 6 limbs of yoga, this is not a technique but rather a state of mind, a delicate state of awareness. This state rightfully precedes the final state of Samadhi. Samadhi, or the total absorption, is the ability to become one with the true self and merge into the object of concentration. In this state of mind, the perceiver and the object of perception unite through the very act of perception, a true unity of all thought and action. Union between the Jivatma and the Paramatma. Realizing the Brahm, that is the pure consciousness, or the realization of God, is the ultimate achievement of human birth. There are certain benefits of practicing yoga as well. So we can list them as improved flexibility, increased strength, increased muscle tone, improved cardiovascular fitness, reduced body fat, reduced stress and anxiety, increased focus and creativity, lower blood pressure, and it also helps us prevent injuries because it improves our muscle tone, strength, and flexibility. I hope the basic tenets of Ashtang Yoga is clear to all of you.